Pictures and videos came in early this morning showing the St. Andrews Bay Yacht Club covered in flames. The fire started before 4 a.m., calling for a large emergency presence to fight the fire. Fire Chief David Collier met with reporters today to explain the response to this early morning blaze.
The call came in by a bystander that was on their way home. The call came in to Bay County Control at approximately 3:44 a.m. At 3:45 a.m., our crews were notified of the working structure fire here at 218 Bunkers Cove Road. First units were en route at 3:47 a.m. and the first unit arrived on scene at 3:50 a.m., so a very short period of time. That first unit, when they arrived on scene, they found heavy fire and smoke conditions on the right side of the building. They initially began their initial fire attack on that, and the fire just continued to progress as we went through the night. The bulk of the fire is out. There are several areas that we just can't get into because of the safety of our personnel. We can't enter the structure anymore because of the extent of the damage. So what you're really seeing is just the remnants of smaller fires and deep piles that we just can't get to quite yet. This is a large facility. It's old. It was not alarm monitored, it's not sprinklered, so there was no notification system, and it was just very fortunate that somebody was passing by today. So due to the time and the extent of fire growth and the time it had before we were notified, it just made it very, very difficult to get ahead of this fire and to keep it contained.
Many residents who live off Bunkers Cove Road and the surrounding St. Andrews area woke up to the lights and sirens this morning. The club facility has been a staple for the community for 90 years, with its first meeting in 1933. Residents say that the building has been an iconic piece of history, hosting annual events cherished around the Panhandle. According to the club commodore, the fire started on the pool side and worked east. The firefighters made a special effort to keep the oak tree on the back deck from burning. The club will have an arborist inspect it as soon as they can. Members of the club and neighbors of the building stood in shock today as they watched the facility go up in flames.
I grew up just down the street, and I've been coming here since I was a baby. We all ran kind of wild through the yard. Our kids run wild through the yard now. We've had a long history of neighborhood family memories at the club. It's kind of where we all come and get together and have a good time.
Fire officials were able to extinguish majority of the fire before noon. Kramer says he's upset about the loss, but is hopeful for the future. He's already talking about rebuilding the yacht club. The board will meet this week.